So let's have a check our applications itself. So it says a proper URL. So you see the URL, the API. So exactly what we define into the our controller part, controller applications. If I go to the controller, so user registration controllers, so you see the API, user registration, and so on and so forth. And those are new, please follow the previous screencast and you get the implementation, how it is done, how it is handled. So let's go back. So it is really okay. We have a application port, a application IP address and port numbers, and then the URL names. So we can send, we can get it. So you see the existing records. We can create one new record out of that. So we can see the record information post methods. So it is the same URL. We can put it like execute. So we had 203 and 204 and 205's record is there. So let's have a check in the database levels. Okay, database levels is all are coming properly. So you see that 204 and 5 is properly landing to into the database with the Postman. So that we can do the same test with the Swagger UI. Let's have a check, copy, and we can go to the Swagger UI. So we have a user post methods. We can try out. Then we can, very simple, it has a template. We can just simply copy, paste, and then we see the 202, 206, and 207. And 208. So all the possibility, as I said, you can do the test with the Swagger UI. This is a professional way to handle your documentation with REST API documentation or microservice documentations. And also some companies, they are using the Swagger UI as a good best tool. Some companies say no, as a Postman is a good tools, or they have made automatic other tools for the microservice or REST API testing. But I found here both sides is very good, depending which tools are you using into your professional life or your day-to-day life. That's the important part. So that means we have, let's see from the Swagger UI our record is properly into the database levels. So you see the record is there. So 207, 208, and so on and so forth. So let's create some user role based on the user. So you can see maybe we can put it the 209s for the user roles tables. Let's see, send to the 209. So APIs and user role defines. Let's have a check to the controller, user role controllers, how it is done. User role controller is a user role, create user role, the post methods, maybe here is the mistake. Copy, then maybe we look for uh, 2089. Why not? Why not? No, it's 21098 is here, so we need to be checked. So not found. Okay. So you see the user role is created for user role 208. So we can create multiple role. So 3 roles created for the user. Then we can check it into the database level. So this is right. We 209 is not exist. So we can check it like user role. So you see the 200 was previously, and 208 is now newly created today, and the user role definition. So it's everything perfectly working. So let's have a check the Swagger UI, the same test that we have it in the Postman's. We can just simply copy the script and then go to the Postman. So user role create, try out, and then we can put it here. So we can say require. Reset, cancel. Now this is the example. So we try out. We can put it here, our script, and then we can put it 207 and the required body. So we can put it here. So we see 107, 108, exactly what it is building. So 109. So let's check. From in the database levels, it is properly handled. So you see that's 207 is plotted, and then this three role is the two roles, three role is defined for this user number 207, and it's properly handled, properly migrated. So this is our database migrations, what we are expecting. It is properly working. And then what we need to be to think about how can you configure. Just we can recap again to the how can you the two different migration tools, Flyway or Liquibase, or doesn't matter which tools you are using, but it's practically it's the same things. So migrations, I tried to show show my best to check it out. How can you if you using the Flyway database migration tools, you can use that way, and we can also the same script. You can also run the Liquibase the migration tools with the different deployment process, with the deployments with the Kubernetes deployment, with the standalone jar-based deployments, or you can deploy the application with the Docker Compose-based deployments, or you can deploy the application with the Docker and Kubernetes deployments. Today, what I discussed, how can you configure your Spring Boot application REST API to the Docker. How can you build the Docker image out of standalone jar files, and then and out of this Docker image, how can you deploy this Docker image into the Kubernetes cluster with the Minikube and kubectls. This is the information, and when I try to check it, and how I integrate the Swagger UI for testing the application, and you can look for this hour, and then for the migration process, that you have it in the background to check it, everything is properly handled, because it's all the properly logged informations. So if I go back to the log informations, it should be the log it all informations. So it says a log informations, gives it a logs. We have no, and so it gives it a log informations. It's all the information that's floated, and it works automatically. That's what we're expecting. So now I say bye bye, goodbye. Just follow the channels, and I believe it is really help you to work together, how it is be done, how it is need to be handled with all the possibility as a professional way, not the hello world applications, as a professional microservice developer, or web service developer, or backend developer. And then how can you properly the document your REST APIs. And this is really most important part when you work with the professional way. So you have proper migration tools with the Flyway or Liquibase, doesn't matter. You have a proper documentations tools for the as like Swagger or Open API for building the for documenting your microservices. And this is the documentation really help your testing team or other development teams that they can take this as the source code, take these actions and put it these things into their test cases, and they run the same test cases, and then they will quickly understand how the input and output parameters, the all description of your files, and then front-end user web developer can very quickly call the microservices to build the front to the web pages. That's the idea behind the scene to building these applications. That's professional way to handle this application. So now I say bye bye, goodbye. Just follow the channel, write down your comments and your ideas. That will help us to improve our skills, or we will try our best to share with you our knowledge. That will really help to come up really best solutions. Thank you. Bye bye.